What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Call of Duty. And in today's video, we are trying, or at least aim to do the very last mission of the Act 2, which is going to be test the neuralizer site. And I think we would have to activate that. I have tried to do that mission once before, and for some reason, I think I failed terribly. I basically just ignored pretty much everything what the game has to offer, and I just went in directly without using pack a punch or without having extra med kits or anything like that. Anyway, so here we are. So we won't make this mistake twice. So what we will do, we will go do some contracts real quick, gain some essence, and then from that essence we are able to use or purchase a extra medkit. I think that will really help. Plus, we will try to get our weapon to pack a punch level 2 at least. And once we have that, then we can see how much essence we have left if we can go and do that pack a punch 3. So let's go get this weapon stash contract. All right, it is a little bit far from where we are currently, but it's quite okay. The reason why, because the availability of the other contracts in that area, I think that is the reason why I chose this particular contract, because once I'm able to finish that, we can go and do the other contract without wasting any other time. Though it is a bit far for us to travel, but I think it was worth it, just because we wouldn't be spending too much time searching for the other contracts after we were done with this weapon stash. Typically, I am not a big weapon stash contract person. The reason why is because it takes a little bit time for you to complete, right? Compared to if you either do deliver a cargo contract, or even if you try to do a bounty contract, which typically can take anywhere between 30 seconds to 45 seconds, depending on how good you are, what kind of weapons you have, and all that good stuff. So we actually got this weapon stash contract, and the funny thing is, you will see what I have to deal with during this weapon stash contract. So I thought that I brought in the speed cola, which I did, and I used it. For some reason, when I try to reload this weapon, it usually takes a long time for it to reload, just because of the way it is, right? So when I was reloading it, for some reason it was taking longer than normal, even though I had the speed cola. So I'm not sure if that's what caused it, but I actually died. In this part, you will see, I mean, there was disciples, look at that, right? So I had to use my medkit that I had, which I was saving to do the final mission of the Act 2, but for some reason this part just became way too hard for me. And the funny thing is, that was not the first time I died. So now, game glitch right here. As you can see, right, I did not have a self-revive kit or whatever this health thing is. I can't even remember at this point. But for some reason, it would not just let me reload, and it would not just go away. It would not just disappear. So I had no choice or no other way to do any of it, and I was so frustrated at this time that I didn't know what I was going to do, just because I was going to lose pretty much everything, right? And because it wasn't letting me do anything. It was just stuck at the screen. So this is the second time I'm actually faced the Call of Duty glitch in Modern Warfare Zombie, and this was very frustrating for me. Long story short, so I had to give up. I had no other choice. So I basically just lay there and hope someone would come in and revive me. As I said before, right, Call of Duty's community is very awesome. They usually come right away to help you. It did take a little bit time for them to reach me, but they actually did and saved the day. I mean, I was so happy. This dude came in out of nowhere and he just saved the day. I was so excited and so happy to get it going. And yeah, I mean, even after here you go, this guy came in and he even used some of his perks to get me revived. And once I was up and ready, I think that's when something clicked, or I'm not sure if I got back into the game mode. And then after that, everything just was, happy and dandy. I start killing these people, finishing up these contracts real quick, with no issues. Though I was still missing something, but I didn't know what it was. I felt that something was not right. So then I noticed, and I did not know this, guys, before. I don't know if you know or not, that once you give up, right, you lose all your perks for some reason, the colas that you drink. Because if you look at my screen, right, there's no buffs. Right, there is no speed buff that I had before I actually died and was revived, and there is no stamina buff, which is kind of weird. Anyway, so we survived, and once we finished this particular weapon stash contract, which you can see, I'm just in the zone right now at the moment. It's taking a very long time to finish, but it was finished. What happened was we got on the med kit, which was amazing. I mean, I don't know what it was. The game decided that, you know what, since I glitched out and you use your med kit that you brought in for another mission, I might as well just give you another one, because this never happens to me. But anyway, we got the med kit, so we are good to go, and we are going to move on to do the other contracts in the area, so we can keep building this essence. And in order for us to do that, let's go ahead and decided to do another contract which was nearby. I think this was a bounty contract. Now at this time I was really avoiding disciples, right? So if it was a contract where the disciple was there, I would have just avoided. I was heavily mostly focused on two type of contracts. One was the bounty contract. The other one was deliver cargo contract. All right, so this one was the bounty contract, which I got. And then from here I basically decided that, okay, it's time to just put on a show. We had good amount of essence, but nowhere near close. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to purchase another med kit, because two I wanted to go in with, and then I also wanted to pack a punch. So when we picked up this bounty contract, for some reason when I got here, it was just there, like someone already had killed it, which is great. Good for me. And maybe game decided that since it glitched out, help me out. But I also got a medium rucksack, which was very nice. It really, you will see, it felt like game was basically giving me stuff because it felt sorry because it glitched out. This was the second thing that I just noticed, and there will be other mores that you will see. But then, okay. So the goal is basically to do the Act 2 final mission solo, and it's not an easy, guys. It's not an easy, but at the same time, I had tried it once, but I did not go very far. So I had no idea what to expect, and nor I wanted to check to see if I can just Google it or anything like that to find out what am I expecting, because this was, I wanted to be just a surprise. So if you are willing to do a little bit work before you go into the Act 2 final mission, right, my advice and my suggestion would be to bulk up, right? Do as many contracts as you can, especially deliver cargo and a bounty hunter contract, so you can knock out very fast. And then once you have enough essence, you'd go get a couple of medkits, right? In this one, I was taking only 2, which was a mistake. And look at that. So the game gave me a scorcher, right? I mean, like it really felt that this game felt sorry that it glitched out, and it was just keep giving me these goodies. So yeah, so what I was saying is basically, my advice would be do as many contracts as you can, get as much essence as you can, and get Pack-a-Punch. Get your weapon to at least Pack-a-Punch level 3. And if you happen to be lucky like I was right here, and I was having fun with this weapon, you basically go and Pack-a-Punch this weapon as well too. Maybe not Pack-a-Punch 3, but maybe you can get PAP 2, right? So that's more doable. Anyway, so I was lucky to get this weapon, and I was feeling confident that, okay, you know what, all I gotta do is just maybe do 1 or 2 more missions, and after that, once I'm done, I can just go ahead and go do that Act 2 final mission. That was the ultimate goal. That's what I wanted to do, and that's where I wanted to spend most of the time of this game. But since I've decided to do a few more contracts to get more essence and get my Scorcher to at least PAP 2, so we wanted to do a few more contracts here and there. Again, something easy, right? You always want to pick something easy. in my opinion, again, this is just my opinion. You can have a very different opinion than me. Bounty hunter contracts and deliver cargo contracts are pretty fast. They give you what you need. You can just do them real quick and then just be done with them. You can move on to the next one. And then once you do enough contracts, I think I was able to do at least 3 or 4 contracts, which was not bad. Then I had enough essence to actually buy 1 more med kit and get Scorcher 2 PAP 2. Since I had Scorcher, it was easy for me to go to the places where I needed to go to get these contracts. That's another thing. If you do not have Scorcher, it can be a little bit difficult doing this Act 2 mission solo. Scorcher really helped. You will see, guys, it really helped. Like, I'm telling you, it really helped. So this is in my opinion, I think this is the best weapon in the game. I mean, you guys can tell me I'm wrong in the comment below. There are other weapons, but I felt that Scorcher is the best weapon at this point in the game. It really helped me out when I was actually doing the Act 2 mission. So again, these are just the normal bounty hunter contracts. Once you finish with these, you basically have enough to get your med kits. Like I was here, I was struggling with Scorcher, right, for some reason, and I think that's just because I was not using it correctly at first, and that's why I was not able to kill this Mangler with the Scorcher. But yeah, I think after this pretty much mission, we probably have enough essence to go and get Pack-a-Punch our Scorcher to PAP 2. And once that is done, then you could just go to do that mission that you needed to do. And once you get Pack-a-Punch, your weapons to level 3. I think the reason why I decided not to go PAP 3 for my main weapon is just because I had Scorcher, and I decided to do PAP 2 to both of them and then just go in with that. But if you don't have the Scorcher, my suggestion would be to go in with Pack-a-Punch 3, your main weapon. And when you at the buy station, at least I would say 4 medkits and sentries. That you will really need medkits and sentries. And again, this was my second attempt, but in my very first attempt, I did not go far, so I had no idea what to expect after the very first, where I think you plant a bomb into those air defenses that they have. So we are going towards our Act 2 mission at this point right now, and I also had Juggernaut, which would really help in order for you to do your Act 2 mission, final Act 2 mission solo. Juggernaut can really help. If you don't have it, you can purchase it, but again, the only way you can get that is to do as many missions as you can and get that essence. So also, just a couple of more advices before we actually head in there. Once you have enough essence, get a secondary weapon, something that would have at least a good amount of reserve ammo. Your main weapon would be good enough, I think, once you do Pack-a-Punch 3, but your secondary weapon as well, if you don't have Scorchers, right? If you haven't been lucky like me, where I found this in a game. Other than that, I think you should be good, and then you should be ready to do the Act 2 mission. And there we are. So finally, we are on our way to do this mission. This was not an easy task, I can tell you that right now. I struggled significantly, and I hope you did better than what I did. But at the same time, I think you'll know what to expect, right? So if you're not expecting what this mission has to bring, I went pretty far on this mission, which is good. So the very first scene of the mission, you will be dropped in this area, and then from here you would have to go to the building right in front of you, and you have to go all the way to the top. For me, I tried to go through the front door, but again, there are so many mercenaries around you, and then there are some mines, so you gotta be very careful. The mercenaries just start shooting, and their aims is perfect, which is like amazing. I mean, your aim probably bad, but their aim is just amazing. once you actually clear these mercenaries on the ground floor, and have the opportunity to go inside, they're snipers too, right? So to be on a lookout for the snipers, because they will snipe you. And I was sniped a couple of times, but I'm lucky that I didn't die. But again, once you clear these mercenaries on the ground, you would have to go inside, and that's if you don't have any way to get to the top. Once you go inside, again, there will be a whole bunch of mercenaries, right? They will be wearing the body armors and stuff, and they'll be hard to kill. There will be a bunch of them, so they'll be shooting from outside and from the inside, which is very, it gets tricky, if you are playing solo, and you are on your own. So I decided that I'm just going to get out of here, use my scorcher, and then just go on top. Mistake, because the guys were there too, right? And as soon as I landed, people start shooting, and for some reason I was lucky that I did not die, but at the same time it was very, very, very close. So I lied, I did die. So there we go. So I used my very first medkit. Now I'm left with one more. Another mistake, right? So if you are coming into this mission solo, at least bring 4 medkits. That's just my opinion. Once you are able to clear the rooftop with these mercenaries, and the chopper will bring them in gradually. So do it as fast as you can. Your ultimate goal here, not to kill all these mercenaries, but at the same time, they will bother you. There are snipers everywhere. So if you don't clear them, and if you try to plant bombs into these rockets or whatever they are, the anti-air defense system, once you clear them, your ultimate goal is just to, there's 2 of them, plant bombs onto these anti-air devices. Once you do that, then you're good to go for at least this part of the mission, which is basically on top of the roof. So I was able to do that one, and then I think I was struggling to do the second one just because there were snipers everywhere, and there were guys which keep coming in, even though the areas where I clear them, but at the same time they would keep popping up in and out for some reason. So I cleared that second one as well, and I was saying, oh yes, I'm close, because I did not go that far in my very first try, right? I was not even got close to putting bombs into these things. So I was happy that, hey, I did something finally. And I was hoping that I'll be closer to my wrapping this mission, because I didn't know what to expect after this, right? I knew this was going to be here, but then I didn't know what to expect. So once you finish the rooftop, they'll take you to this place, this area right here. Now, this will become hectic. So if you don't have the scorcher, I am telling you, use some sentry guns, guys, because look at it. It's insane. The amount of zombies they're going to respawn here. There's going to be mercenaries, so you'll be attacked from all different locations, all different places, and it became very hectic. There will be mimics, there will be manglers as well, right? And there will be disciples. So Scorcher really helped, and I'm telling you, like, to do this mission solo. But I was lucky that I found this Scorcher. So once you clear these out, which is not an easy task, I can tell you that much. Once you clear these out, you'll have to wait a little bit in order to activate this R&D device. No, so excuse my language, it's not an R&D device. All right, once you activate it, again, another mistake I made, I did not bring any sentries. Like what I would normally do if I'm doing this mission into the normal world, I would just put a sentry right on top. But if you are doing this mission in this act, my advice would be to use 2 sentries. Put it one on the front and one on the back, because that will really help you. Because this part also gets very hectic. Not as much as the other ones, but this also gets hectic. And because the Scorcher, I was happy, I was killing them left and right and did not feel a thing, which was good because the amount of zombie hordes that comes at you, and then on top of that, there are disciples that are coming at you. There are manglers. They're shooting things at you. And just look at it, like, it's way too many. Look at this. And then these are disciples trying to, suck the life out of you, which is like crazy. It's just insane. So another mistake, as I mentioned, right? I did not bring any of the sentry guns, right? So if you are going to do this mission, bring at least 4. I'm telling you, bring at least 4. two of them, you're going to place it right here. One is going to be in the front, the other one is going to the back. So yep, and I died. There you go. So here's my last medkit that I used, right? Because I was going through this area where there were all these what do you call it, mercenaries, and then they were armored mercenaries too, not just regular mercenaries. So I even tried to get rid of them, but it was just impossible. So I'm out of medkits, right? And I did not know what to expect, and I was hoping that this would be end of it. Once I get to the very last area, it'll be just done, which is coming very shortly. I was wrong, dead wrong. So I've used 2 medkits already. I don't have anything now. This part is where everything just go haywire. And funny thing is, I started to use the Juggernaut, but it was a bit late because I did not know there was going to be a mega bomb, right? If I only I tried to fly away, but I was not very successful. So expect mega bomb towards the end of this mission, and don't do what I did. I was very late when it comes to using the Juggernaut. As soon as you get there, if you have it, just use it. If I would have used it a bit earlier, I think I would have survived. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed to my channel, and until next time, see ya.